Recursion. What is recursion? When a function is calling itself, when a function is calling itself to solve a particular problem, to solve a particular problem, then it is called recursion, and it is called recursion. Suppose we can take the example of factorial 5. Then what we will do in factorial 5, to calculate factorial 5 we need to calculate factorial 4, and then for calculation of factorial 4 we need to we can write like this: fact 5 into fact 4, then 5 into 4 into fact 3 we need to calculate. Like that we need to calculate. So every time we are calling itself. This is called recursion. This is the example of recursion. So what we can say recursion is nothing but solving big problem into small problem, into small parts, or we can say small problems. So solving, we can say solving, or we can say solving problem with same logic, because we are calling the same function, same logic. Or we can say we need to write one time write and then call it again and again, So we can say in the recursion, we can say in the recursion from one function call to another function call, from one function call to another function call, parameter value will change. Parameter value will change. As we can see in factorial 5, every time the value is changing, because we need to calculate factorial 5, then we need to calculate factorial 4. So here parameter value changed from 5 to 4, then for calculation of factorial 4 we need to calculate factorial 3. So here we can say the parameter values are changing but the function remains same. The function calling itself. So this is called recursion. So we need to write one time and we can call multiple time, again and again. And what next things require for the recursion purpose: every recursion program should have termination condition, because it will not terminate, then it will go into infinite loop. That is not the correct way of doing any kind of programming. That's why termination condition is required. So these all are the things which belongs to recursion, and one another thing which belongs to recursion, that every recursive program will take lot of stack space to execute it, for execution. So we can say this is the drawback. So termination condition, one more thing is required. Termination condition should be at first place, otherwise it will go in infinite loop. That's why termination condition is required, and it should be at first place, otherwise it will go in infinite loop, or will be true at end, or termination condition should be true at end, because if it is not true, then again it will go in infinite loop. So this is all about the recursion. What is exactly recursion?